Hello, everybody. Manlius here, and welcome back to another episode of Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. And in this episode, we're going to be continuing with our quest of finding Lamentation Haskell as part of the Inkwell. And our adventures have brought us into this void where we expect Lamentation to be after he was delving in some dark magics. So let's go.
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
It looks like we're on our own. For now.
Wards worked well enough. You didn't need to kill so many bots.
Demonologists use necromancy. Maybe he thought he'd bring them back when he was done.
It's awfully calm. Why awfully calm?
The ward's power is gone. Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Stay low.
Piss off!
What is this? Two birds strung up before a rabbit. I can't do anything about it though. And they seem to be drawn to them.
Dodge it if you can. I can help.
Careful now.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Ariadne's thread.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
What does he have over here? Do you see something?
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
You can destroy those. Is that supposed to point somewhere? I'm very confused. Should we kill these specters? Put them out of their misery? Okay. So we have two paths. A cage. Okay, this path leads to nowhere. Okay. So go to this path over here then.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
We have a map of the plains, a hand-drawn map of the Harrows with the initials ER. Two places have been circled, the abandoned mill and God's Acre Cemetery. The veil between Arulu and the Incarnate seems particularly thin in these two areas. A breach? But what makes them significant?
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased.
Obscure demonology writings, ghostly apparitions can be controlled, or at least shepherded, with a variety of known rituals. These must be performed with great care, lest control be ceded to potentially catastrophic effect. An ineligible equation. If the words of power differ from 0.1 in intensity and appropriate protections are not carefully used, the ghost will appear, but will not bend to the demonologist's will. This is to be avoided, on risk of widespread injuries, death, or worse.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you.
Whoa, this river of blood.
Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual. Not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettersheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
Are you aware of what would happen if people learnt of your studies?
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
You did not find the void breach beneath the mill by accident. You had help. Who taught you?
I did my research.
Suddenly, you're a man of few words.
I'd rather not involve those not present. Discretion, you understand.
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's Plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
Confusion, paralysis. Can you tell me more?
I felt my movement slowing, my thinking too. Space seemed to thicken. But wait, what if it was not space thickening, but time slowing? In recent months, many in New Eden have spoken of similar feelings, of lost time, hours untrackable, days passing unremembered. Who knows how the Araloo disturbs the minds and bodies of women and men? Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Araloo is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
And let's look at this hint we obtained. So discreet in the background that he could be mistaken for the furniture. This young man, given to yapping like an overeager pup, seems equally shy, anxious, and friendly. Lemmy Haskell is ashamed of his father's cowardice. Having stolen his father's forbidden books, Lemmy Haskell used them to study witchcraft. On a quest to right his father's wrongs, Lemmy Haskell has been studying forbidden magic. Confronted with evidence that he had built a laboratory in the void, Lemmy Haskell denied cursing the Harrows. Instead, he believed the illness to have originated in the strange substance oozing from the void. Investigating, Red and Antea found the source of the ooze. It was indeed leaking into the incarnate world.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do. I feel hunger. Again, not in the way you do.
Fascinating. And can you touch things, smell them? Are colours the same as you remember them?
My senses are different. It's difficult to describe how. I can see, sometimes touch. I cannot smell. Red tells me this is a blessing.
How do you manifest in this plane? Do you feel bound, or are you here by choice?
It feels as if I were clinging to a rope, high above the abyss. Even if I wished to let go, I could not bring myself to do it.
I see. What about your Banisher skills? Can you use them? Do the accoutrements of your craft still work? As a ghost, do they not harm you?
The marks on my hands and the rings on my fingers aren't actually there. They have no more effect on me than a memory.
Can you talk to any ghost you wish?
No. I sense traces of their presence. To talk to them, I must still do the work.
And yet here I am, talking to you. How marvelous. The dead are rarely as articulate, nor are they accommodating. In fact, they're often quite rude.
We should probably get going. Some other time, then.
But we've merely scratched at the surface of the great mysteries. I mean, look around us. We stand here beyond the ultimate frontier. Sorry. I mean to say, Yes, Mistress Duarte.
And, him and Helen Priest are really the future of the Banishers and demonology and the continuation of us. So maybe he may be molded to do some good, such as Helen Priest will. So let's look at this.
What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
Thought they would have
It
different
may be
dialogue.
native to the void.
But let's try and find its source.
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
I was as earnest as he. Ah, the rank enthusiasm of youth. It's sickening, really.
I don't think there's evil intention with Lammy. I
don't
think
know if the paralysis and confusion applies to me, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out.
I think he falls into the ignorance is bliss category in that he doesn't know exactly what he's dealing with. And his immaturity is a testament to that. So far, so good. No notable effects.
Need a wee bit of help here.
There's ooze coming from atop that.
Well, that was not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
Wards, you're on your own.
Anything up here for us? No. Then why bring us up here? That's always what I ask is, what is the point then? Confusion?
Sorry, not this time.
Alright. Oh, we have a leap. Okay. That just brings us over there, so we do have to go this way. Let's pick this up.
It oozes through the breach. Suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate, too. Who goes there?
Who's that?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be, then? Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You?
There's a number of them as well.
It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
These are like salt flats or salt springs, I guess you could say. Kind of an interesting area.
Who's that?
Yes. Something's here.
We have the ring. As above, so below. That gives us 11 punch damage, 11 wrath, and 16 persistence. Using leap increases the damage of the next punch by 150%. It's a pretty decent amount of punch damage. But we'll keep what we have on right now. We also found the ring Carica stone. Spirit points gains are increased by 30%, but manifestations are increased by 30%. And I think we got that at the mill, but we'll keep what we have on now. I'd like to get all these to the relic level of rarity. And an interesting place to have a shelter. And what is this? A letter from Amity Gibbs to Antipas and Clemency Gibbs, the Harrows, New Eden. Dearest parents, Reuben and I are settled here in Providence. Our home is quaint and quite lovely. You would like it. I think, though, perhaps you would argue against the color of the drapes. We attend the meeting house with rigor. The sermon Sunday last was particularly beautiful, and I am certain you would have enjoyed it. Men of piety there are yet in New England. In your last letter, you mentioned that the farm has seen some trouble. If God tests you, I am full sure that you will pass his examination. However, should you need it, Reuben will be delighted to make you a loan. We may also consider a visit, should you agree to certain stipulations on your behavior and manner of speaking, particularly to Reuben, who deserves neither wheedling nor snide remarks. Your daughter, Amity.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs.
Cotton Mather's pamphlet, and the woman, being astonished thereat, confessed these things to be true, and that she and other persons named in this preternatural discourse had had familiarity with the devil. Being asked whether she had made an express covenant with him, she answered, she had not, only as she promised to go with him when he called, which accordingly she had sundry times done. Interesting writing, but let's rest here and see if we can upgrade anything. And we can't, and nor can we have any levels either. Okay, so we'll continue. Let's break this. And we'll go through here and see what there is. some bodies that I'm sure are gonna reanimate. Yep. And was that it for us up here? There is a way down, but surely there has to be something worthwhile. I guess not. Okay. Knock that down. I would like to get that chest. We have
I feel something close.
inside the Pandora box. Since Pandora broke the jar, releasing all the proverbial curses upon mankind, epidemics are often considered a punishment or an ordeal imposed by the gods. Stuck in their narrow sight, scientists beg to differ and prefer to search for natural causes to the many consequences. As often, the answer is somewhere else, between these rival conceptions and at the same beyond them. Undoubtedly, all the epidemics do not come from a breach in the fabric of the incarnate, but the regularity, the periodicity, and the malignity of such incidents throughout the world should all be counted as evidence of such breach and influence of the other side. The Aralu, the great below, after all, wasn't Pandora's true name Anesidora, she who sends up gifts, as in from within the earth? Healers, doctors, priests, and witches all should search for those signs like the true pursuer does, for until they seal off the void's breach, oozing of the gifts of the underworld, they will remain like ants trying to stop a forest fire. As long as blind zealots arresting and hanging sorcerers and worshippers who supposedly spread the disease, when most of the time those cultists assembled here because oozing gifts called them in the first place, they would be like sheeps, confusing the sheepdogs with the wolves, offering opportunities for the true pursuer to investigate without being noticed, I suppose. I'm going to leave. I'm going to love looking for that ill mouth nearby New Eden. ER. What a place to have a house, too. It must have fallen through this crevasse, but how and why? Let's go up here and see if we can't get this chest. What is calling us here? Okay, let's remove this. Gibbs Farm Account Book, Spring, 1695. Wall repair, tithes, ale and bread, candles, carpenter wood, sundries, revenue 80 pieces of 8, corn, horse meat. Winter. Tithes and taxes, ale and bread, candles, tool repair, seasoned wood. Revenue 95 pieces of 8. And in the autumn, again, a couple of handiwork with 152 pieces of 8, as well as some food supplies. In the summer, he revenued 275, and that next spring, 120. Do very well for themselves.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
I didn't get that at all from that. I thought they had quite the revenue.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
So what is this ooze? Let's go ahead and grab this. The dowser. Note to the Gibbs. Gibbs, I thank you for your note. God himself knows times are hard. That you cannot honor our last order of grain was understandable. We find ourselves in a similar position, and, upon the deaths of our last cattle, must cancel our next order. Please find and close the balance of our account, which we shall consider closed, at least until better times are come again. God save us all from this curse. Richard Mellons.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well,
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
The woman who was executed by Haskell for New Eden 1688 endemic was innocent. It must have been Deborah.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Piss off!
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
I think that would be a good assumption.
Off you go then.
Is this just a shortcut back to the campfire? It is. Okay. And there's a chest up here we can get.
Call on me.
It looks like all roads lead back to that house. Yeah. Nothing else up here? No. Okay.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite. I see a ghost wall. What are they doing down here?
The greedy strive with purpose to bring ruin to the households of the righteous. They'll take
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
Expected no less from you, restless Gibbs.
They never learn, do they? Dodging if you can. Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Clemens and Gibbs' diary. Haskell and his town flock are here, fled from their homes. We have room for all in the harrows. There is a mold on the wall near the front door. I shall scrape it off. The mold has turned sickly black and oozes between the boards. The crops, such as they were, have failed. The governor and his band of weak-hearted souls have brought this curse with them. May the Lord deliver us. The black stuff is everywhere. Folk sicken, hard of breathing, and bleeding from every orifice you care not to mention, and some you would not. The devil spits, and we are flooded with it. I am minded of 7 years ago, when plague last hit. I pray to God to grant me, Clemency Gibbs, and my loyal and moderately capable husband, Antipas, the wisdom to once again out the witch. God will not help us, because our governor uses magic. His boy, what's his name, the idiot, he put a pagan totem by the house. I tore it down. Antipas said he saw Haskell throw something into the well, and then the earth shook. What are the Haskells up to?
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden time with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
The Gibbs are not at home to rational explanations.
And look at this. Confusing. Network of leaps. So we must try and find one that works. So there's one there. One here.
Unless solitudes be swamped and the fire judgment comes.
No, this isn't good.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
Can I get over there? I can destroy those. Okay.
Stay down.
Over there.
Can we go up here first?
Looks a little bugger.
Shall we?
That way we can collect this totem here. Let's see what we got. So, plus 10 health for red, I assume. Correct. Okay. And another dowser. Which makes 2. And I see the torch of a shelter in the distance.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
Find a way around then.
Red, come look.
Is he blocking that purposefully?
Destroy those ghost wolves if you want me back.
Those echoes we're hearing were the shadows speaking.
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first?
Let me... There is
I can't
a
worry.
ghost ward, but where? Aha. And our last dowser. Excellent. So if we ever come across that chest, we have all that we need to open it. And we can use Antea to quickly go
The
across
whispers say the
these.
same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
And it looks like it's up there, the chest for the dowser.
Think you could take on a... Watch out. Spectre position. Don't let that spectre get to the corpse.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source.
Interesting, so we'll have to go that way. But let's open this path up. And this may lead us to that chest that we can unbound. Okay, so it's over there, but how do we get over? Oh.
Looking at this is giving me the willies. Is it cursed?
Let's see what we get.
Unclean spirit, leave now.
We can get Death's Head, a new brooch, which gives 49 manifestation damage, 5 weaken duration, 7 wisdom, 28 persistence. The third punch attack reduces manifestations cooldowns by 5 seconds. Not bad. Especially if we were going for a manifestation build, which we aren't necessarily. Okay. That goes down there. We want to go here. And continue through the ooze, which will continue with Antea, because we can travel quicker with her.
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Get back up!
Standing by.
Looks like Antipas Gibbs has come to seek revenge.
Did we miss a few? Can I join in too?
Your funeral! Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Obake liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence.
Go this way.
The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's turning us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
Oh, I can't even go this way. It's forcing me up here.
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
You have turned your back from love, looked away when most needed. That's it.
Oh, okay. Now I can come here.
A safe harbor, should we need a moment's peace.
And let's see. Yeah, we'll rest and refill our decoctions. All right, let's continue. We seem to be right under the Harrows. If
Something tells me
these
this is the
markers-
condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down?
Which bucket? Yes, I can.
I sense the vivid echo of a ghost's memory.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stolen.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
Set of Urim and Thummim, tools of divination and claromancy, thought to reveal the will of God.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why now?
Hiding the evidence perhaps of his role in the witch trial. They connected him to the demonology he used to reinforce his authority.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob.
So let's look at the hints that we obtained. Oh, we have new equipment. I thought we already did that. Okay. So the Haskells. So passing through the void breach, the Banishers found themselves in an underground cavern, exploring the ruin of a house found strangely on the cave floor. They learned that it had belonged to Clemency and Antipas Gibbs, the first victims of the supposed Harrow's witch. The ooze had targeted them deliberately. And to protect his family, Governor Haskell felt compelled to execute a settler suspected of witchcraft. So he just chose Deborah at random?
Oh, this can't be good.
Who are you?
Confess! Make them speak!
If we speak, so you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Red in the grave. You have blood on your hands and witness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges. Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict. Guilty. The sentence. Pain hereafter.
I only seek the truth.
Truth is a poison. The poison will end you.
Bloody hell. Not me. What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
Antea Duarte, you fraud, you cold-hearted deceiver. Rise for the verdict. Alive, you banished parasite ghosts. If dead, you dare linger. Have you no shame? You indulge yourself. I sentence you to anger, to regret, and hence to oblivion.
Ghosts are dangerous, and I'd no reason to show mercy.
Banishers are guilty of poisoning the body politic. You portray yourselves as saviors sent to deliver us. But with your dark hearts, the evil only worsens. Your witches. Us witches must die.
Antea died to help New Eden. And still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us?
Shadow's got its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow. This is going to vex me.
Messing about, am I?
I'm right here, you know.
justice. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
And so we defeated
Enough.
the infamy.
Can we please get out of here?
And we got a couple of things. So first, Governor Haskell's quill. The quill Governor Haskell used to sign Deborah's death warrant. And we also received a new outfit, the Blessed Garb, which provides 23 physical resistance, 14 strength, 14 wisdom, and 22 resistance. Melee attack and punch attack damage is increased by 10% for each manifestation cooldown. And that's quite a cool looking garb as well. We have a new wristband, Leviathan Sigil. 14 punch damage, 34 vitality, 34 persistence. Defeating an enemy with punch attack reduces the next damage taken by 90%. Not bad. But yes, I agree. Let's get out of here and confront Governor Haskell. And I think, again, I so easily want to blame Governor Haskell for this one because I think he was more complicit in Deborah's tragedy than Captain
That
Pennington
was awful.
or Kate in Thick Skin.
This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Ignorance caused this. A raging epidemic drove them out of their minds. Unable to look within, they pointed the finger.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Indeed, he does. But again, I need to ensure Antea's ascent.
Picking up something spectral nearby.
Is that... where does that lead us? Have we gone up there? Let's just take a gander really quick. This doesn't look familiar. Oh, but it does lead to a chest. Okay. And plenty of witch's stones, ghastly concretions. This guy. Gosh, if I can hit it. There we go.
Piss off!
get these guys down.
Don't let it crush you.
Wonderful. My Bane ring was going off, and I don't know if that was from something around here or not. But no matter. Let's head back down and confront the governor.
Picking up something spectral nearby.
Oh, it's there. Okay. Get all this. We have another thing around here, so one. Let's destroy all these. Probably not that we need to, but we'll do it just in case. Alright, we have 1, 2. That looks to be all.
I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots. Did I ever mention how good we are together?
Yeah. It's always good to hear.
So we can use that to go up. But what's over here? Oh, X marks the spot. And we get the sentry. Okay, was that our third one? I feel like we've gotten the sentry before. What's over here? And I think I might spare Haskell in this, because we've spared Thickskin and Kate and Pennington, so we might as well spare Haskell as well. Because again, I want to ensure that I work towards Antea's descent. And I fear that if I even, I know it says if you do more blame, that it may still contribute to her resurrection, even with these more key players.
That down there, I was tense. I was impatient.
The infamy's doing, not yours.
No. Doesn't change the feelings. I never thought I could feel such anger again.
They were Deborah's feelings, not yours.
And here we are, back in the hamlet. I know you may not agree with me sparing Haskell, but again, continuity's sake, I feel like it's probably the best in order to give Antea her ascent.
The wicked are at odds with themselves. The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet, in his name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McRaith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people here.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banishers speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. It is a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her. And it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. "The devil walks among us," they said, "and you must save us, or we will find someone who will." This governor knew he could not save them, but he could give them a witch. The train band captain shackled the school teacher and locked her away. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McRaith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail. To wit, a just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault. Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible? have you ever heard of the Araloo?
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not. It seems they knew worthy of his secrets. Never mind.
Okay, let's look at the portrait really quick. We knew that he felt compelled to execute a settler suspected in witchcraft. The avatar itself is an infamy, obsessed by the injustice of Deborah Commoness's witchcraft trial. A vengeful entity of the infamy type, implacable and unforgiving, gigantically bloated construction of rock and mud. The entity will judge, weighing the guilt of those brave enough or foolish enough to approach it. Woe betide the community under which it lies, for it spreads not by poison. And we have one blame. I want to see how many blames in total we have. So starting in New Eden Town. I think, does that one count? So we blamed Credence here. So 1, 2, I don't think we blamed Joffrey. Scent, blame, Ascent, so 1 blame. To blame.
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
What do you really want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. How very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was, then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
This one... I really want to sacrifice him because I do feel he deserves it. But for the sake of Antea, we'll spare him.
You say your flock forced your
I don't
hand.
agree with it, but
For the greater
it's
good,
for
you
Antea's
say,
ascent.
you indulge their bloodlust. I believe you did it. I don't believe your motive. You delighted in your magical witch hunt, your trivial rituals. You thought you'd be lauded for your humility and skill. But you have neither. Now all around you crumbles. Yet still you state your claim as the rightful protector of the people of New Eden. I have found the culprit, the devil worshipper, the source of the evil that has befallen your community. Sorry, son.
You're having a laugh. Can't be.
That don't. My son a witch? You mock us, sir. Present proof or retract your ridiculous accusation.
Now you need proof. For years, Lammy studied your precious library of the forbidden, but he outdid his father. He learned. 'Twas Lammy who taught Caleb Watson the dark ritual that brought his beloved wife back from the dead.
I was trying to help. I did nothing wrong.
No. Lord have mercy. For shame.
Boy was always strange.
No. No, Lammy is a good boy. I won't have it.
Easy, Governor. Your son's intentions were sound, and his mistakes, grave as they were, did not poison the well.
Forgive me for swearing in the meeting house, but this is a blooming farce.
Have I ever failed you? In evil times, have we not endured? Have I not protected you?
Fooled by his own flesh. How could he be so blind?
Have faith. The Banisher has lifted the curse. Brighter days are here. I knew you were trouble. You and your lady. Look what you've done.
Don't push your luck, Haskell. I've given you a shot at redemption. It's more than you gave Deborah.
Damn you, Banisher. Paid in consideration of a curse lifted. All rights defended now and hereafter. I look forward to never seeing you again.
Don't count on it. The work's not done.
After all this, don't forget to rest.
I think the obvious choice is to blame him, and the natural choice for the game. But again, I have to worry about Antea's ascent, and I think that by telling the truth to all parties, that they can make the decision on what they want to do with the Haskells. Like I said, we deal with the dead, and not the living. But let's rest at our shelter. We have a new ability, Fusion. Antea can merge with Red to deal increased damage for a short time. This allows the couple to tear through powerful spectral webs. In combat, Antea can combine her ethereal powers to Red's fighting skills and increase his bandage damage. And with that, new abilities. So let's see. Because we have 2 essence and 1... what are these? Oh, other skill points. Okay, so skill points and essence. First, let's use our essence. This is not a bad one. Bottoms up. Defeating an enemy with Antea restores 5% health points. This one increases rifle damage, which is great. That one's also great. So we're going to take this. Crack shot. Rifle shots deal area of effect physical damage. And it looks like the fusion gauge is different. So fills the fusion gauge by 25%. So we're going to do this one and this one. And we'll also do this one for now.
So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the Nightmare's influence, we could use the Void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the Void Breach will take us back to New Eden Town.
Just like that, eh?
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you.
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity. Cowards hiding behind fake virtue. And for what? They won't even say her name. Why? Why her?
They know no better. They know only fear and hate what they cannot understand.
Especially when a woman is involved.
It matters not now anyway.
A woman died for nothing and it matters not?
That's not what I meant. But the lassie is dead. All we can do now is try to give her her rest.
Perhaps she does not want to rest. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera. And listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
This has been hard for you. For me too. Perhaps we should think of how far we've come together and take heart.
I am dead, Rory. I am dead, and sooner will be gone for good.
You think I don't know this?
So act like it.
I'm not the enemy here. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up. This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Antea. Antea? I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island.
Alright. And I think this is a good place to stop. A lot has happened, and I think we have to digest it. You know, again, that last decision we made was tough. And you may not agree with what I did, and I necessarily don't agree either. I think, again, blaming Haskell is the easiest thing to do, but there's a lot of other factors to involve. With that being said, as always, I appreciate you stopping by, and see you next time.